Welcome to the Week in Review at the Nebraska Department of Education. I'm David Jesperson, Public Information Officer for NDE. Thank you so much for watching this brief update. The goal over the next few minutes is to fill you in on some of the news, notes, and events that have happened this week involving NDE. And we'll start at the state capitol, where one Nebraska senator proposed eliminating the State Board of Education. The State Board opposed the resolution that would ask voters to change the state constitution. Board President John Witzel testified at the hearing, saying the Board of Education was the best way for the public to have a say in Nebraska education policy, and that eliminating the board would take away a vote from the people. Commissioner Matt Bloomstead also testified at the hearing, giving senators a better understanding of the scope of work done at the Department of Education, the relationship with the state board, and how that relationship could change if the board was eliminated. NDE programs and services were also in the news again this week. Katie Parch with Nutrition Services was a guest on 1011's Pure Nebraska, spreading the word about the Summer Food Service Program and available grants for host sites. And Jolene Palmer joined Dr. Mario Scalora from UNL at a threat assessment training in Lincoln. Nebraska schools were invited to help form or enhance their team that will focus on identifying, assessing, and managing the risk and threat of violence at schools. KLKN in Lincoln also attended the event to discuss school safety across the state. The training was one of 4 sessions held across locations in Nebraska. All schools are required by law to develop safety and security plans and submit them to NDE. NDE will then conduct an assessment of the security of each public school building by September of 2019. Meanwhile, future educators from all corners of the state came to Lincoln for the Educators Rising State Leadership Conference. Educators Rising is a career student organization that helps to ensure students who aspire to be teachers have the experience and skills they need to prepare for the career in the classroom. The conference gives students a chance to hear from a variety of education professionals, including last year's Teacher of the Year, Amber Vlasnik, and this year's Teacher of the Year, Michelle Helt. The students also compete in a number of events and receive awards and recognitions from the past year. The South Sioux City chapter of Educators Rising visited the Department of Education and learned about different careers in the education field, ranging from journalism to data and research. Finally, do you know an outstanding Nebraska high school student studying a world language? NDE and the Nebraska World Language Advisory Committee is seeking nominations for the World Language Distinguished Scholar Award. The award recognizes Nebraska high school students for their leadership in language learning, commitment to language study, appreciation for cultural diversity, and communicative competence. The deadline for nominations is March 1st, and details can be found on NDE's World Language webpage. Thank you for tuning into this Week in Review. We'll see you next week with the latest news from NDE.